So somebody else, I don't understand the Go branding. One device has front lights, one device has color, one device has pen support, the other device doesn't. What's going on there? I kind of get that as well. It's a new line for them. As I say, what I think they're going for is they're going for the really thin and light and sort of plasticky version, really. Possibly the more durable versions. Now somebody just said, tell me which one's best, please. Well, it's a difficult one. I really thought this was going to be. I think maybe a few more firmware updates, they might have it doing better than it is currently. But I don't actually know. I was pretty sure this was going to be just the thing, but it's good. For Color Ian currently, it is doing just fine, but I don't know whether, honestly, that this is going to go in as the best small color e-reader at this point. It's not just an e-reader though, is it? And yeah, certainly more dedicated e-readers. I'm sure that Kindle will be along with something with this screen in it very shortly as well, and probably they'll get it right such it just does one full refresh every single time you do that page, and they manage to get rid of the color ghosting there. But you have to understand this thing is running an Android app, which it can run any Android app, and so therefore it is having to manage the information it's got rather than be perfectly optimized every single time for the screen. But I'm sure they'll give us a better optimization for comics in this app, and as I say, I'll need to be checking out. You see, it's done that quite nicely because it did a full refresh there, but it isn't doing a full refresh every single page swipe. It's usable, but I think that ghosting, as many people have said, and that ghosting, I just can't manage with that. Just can't accept that. And I can understand that as well. So Kobo Libra as well, I'm sure will give you quite a good one that. But other people have said, yeah, the books is gorgeous. And yeah, absolutely. I just said there, I hope Amazon catches up. I wondered about this, is this the sort of Go thing? And this is not that nice leathery feel that I was hoping for. And it's not the nice leathery feel that I think is going to be on the Go 10.3. This is just a plasticky back, which has got a slight texture on it. Not as nice as it could have been, I think. I'm not saying it's a disappointing device. I'm just saying maybe it isn't what it could have been. Okay, so I've compared the Leaf, the black and white one of that, and I've said just stick with the black and white if you only want text. I really do want to love this, but I just wonder whether they've got it right. I wonder if actually this is flawed. To talk a little bit more about comparing these two devices while they're both on the screen, actually this one on the right hand side actually has the better CPU. The CPU here, they're both in the 665 family, which all of these are, including the older Leaf 2 was a 665 family, but the Leaf 2 is the slower of the bunch. Well, no, this was the 630 family, so this was a little bit older still. And you can actually see that it's just not as snappy and responsive as the newer devices. That's a 630 device, sorry. But 665 here, 665 there, but this has up to 2.4 gigahertz, whereas this Tab Mini C is down here stuck at 2.02 gigahertz. This is reasonably fast, but it isn't as fast as the Note Air 3C is. This one, this tiny little device, has the same processor in it as the Note Air 3C does. It's the 665 2.4 gigahertz family. So it does have a fast processor, fast enough certainly for what it needs to do. If you want to go for one of these devices, one of these books devices, then you need to be somebody who's happy to work with and to optimize for each app. If you're just somebody who wants everything to work straight out of the box, then go for Kobo, go for Pocketbook, go for Kindle, go for anything like that, because that will mean that you have less of that frustration. If you're into it, if you're into your tech, then I think one of these devices that's full Android needs a bit of love to get it optimized for each app, then go for it and you can have a really good experience. But if you're somebody who's thinking, I want a small e-reader at that size and it just wants to work and not need any care and attention, then I would suggest go for one of the big brands who are just going to, or the big simple e-reader brands, it's just going to work straight out of the box.